welcome to Landslide Podcast. We have some breaking news this afternoon. A councillor sworn under the Ibejuleki local government, administrative local government in Lagos State, has died just under 2 weeks. They were just sworn in. The election took place about 2 weeks ago, and they were sworn in. And at this early hours of this morning, she passed on. Her name is Rufai. A lot of people have been mistaking her name to be that of El Rufai. This one is just Rufai.
All the great journalists, there is a tone in the neck of.
So nobody know the Rufai that it was since since she's a politician. Everybody thought it was El Rufai. Just 2 weeks into the administration, she passed on, and that was the early hours of this morning. Eli.
Yeah, may her soul rest in peace. It's pathetic enough, the way life is. I respect so many people that understand that life is transit. I understand that there are people who will wake up and tell you, it is my turn. Not minding the fact that they don't owe life, you understand? And I still respect people who will wake up and tell us, irrespective of all the resources at their disposal for personal enjoyment, the blood of Nigerians, and then the comfort and the security of Nigerians is worth more than his personal interest. His interest is not in any way to be compared to the blood of any citizen. May God bless such persons. May God bless the man in question of Yaradua, who will wake up and tell us that the process that brought him power, fame, and wealth was not good. Not minding that he could manipulate the lapses there for future gains. That is because he was not after worldly things. May God bless his soul.
Right.
And to those of us who are alive, we should understand that life, is God's gift to us. Then the best we can make out of life is an impact that when we are gone, people will feel it. People will pray for us. So like anytime I see the picture of late Yaradua, I keep praying for it. But there are people's picture I say, God punish this one. I can't remember their names.
All right. No, Peter, a lady that it is described as a rising star, a legislative councillor in Ibejuleki developmental area, just passed on.
Yeah. What could I say that have not been said? I wish the family the comfort they need to bear the loss. It's somebody's daughter, wife, what else? Mother, sister that died. So for that, we should accord her the respect she deserves. Having said that, also, I wonder why people want to cling to power forever. Life and death is in the hands of God, and whatever you do on this earth, know there's an expiring date on life, there's an expiring date on earth, and we should do the best we could to affect our world positively. I hope she did that. I don't know her very well. Lua Kemi Rufai, just 2 weeks after her being sworn in, after her election, she has passed on. Shows there's nothing on this life.
All right, let's go on this trajectory. She's the only female legislative person in the council, and this government really has not been too. A lot of ladies complain that this government has not been really very friendly to women. In the whole of the Senate, I think we just have 4 women. That's the Senate. We just have only 4 women, and most of the time now this is only one person in this assembly, in this legislative council, and she's dead.
I'll put it to you. You've always asked us questions, and then why do you think our women are not being representative in all these elections? You see, the answer is very simple. When election is no longer free and fair, when election has become something that only the might, the strong, take it, when the connected ones are the ones that can take it, when the ones that have looted money are the ones that can take it, when the people's choice and vote do not count, this is the result. Are you telling me that we don't have women and youths and that will not say anything good in women that want to vote them? When we've had wonderful Nigerian women, the blessed memory of the one in NAFDAC, when we have Okoja Iweala, we have so many of them, but to mention but a few, the answer is very simple. If Kemi Badenoch, Kemi can be in London, UK, and win an election, that is because the process there is free and fair. We have very wonderful women here. Even the little we have in the Senate, do you hear their voice?
One is being prosecuted.
One has been suspended.
Yes.
The one that represents the FCT is just there because they've not have a way of throwing her away. There's no regard, no respect for our mothers. This is the result of what we are saying. We can't hide it that our democracy here, corruption and wickedness and rigging have made it impossible for these women to come on board. Not because
during the I think the Yar'Adua or the PDP administration, there was this 30%, 35% affirmative action on women in politics, where even if they don't pass through the legislative arm, I mean, the executive arm should appoint women
appointing women is much easier than them going to elective process.
See those women being appointed into a position. They are not much. I mean, you can't get up to 10%.
Yeah, it depends on who calls the shot. Is as prerogative of the president to appoint who he feels that can work with him and get his mandate delivered. But let's look at women in politics. The way our politics is being structured in Nigeria is structured against women. Most husbands will not want their wife to go into politics because of how it's been done in Nigeria. How many of these women will stay awake 2 a.m. to gather for meetings? How many of them were able to go and hire talks that will do a bidding? So how many of them will throw money around? So you see, it's skewed to favor men than women.
Yes, I haven't said that. We already know that because the terrain is quite difficult for women to operate. But if you look at the era of Obasanjo, for example, we had a lot of women that held important position in Obasanjo's era. But in this particular era, we don't have a lot of women holding.
That's from Buhari up to this moment. You see, there's one thing. You see, it's my personal opinion, because I feel if you are on board and you really want to work, you want to deliver, you want to look for people that have that quality to work. But if your aim is to win the next election, your aim is to pardon people who have taken money because these monies can be used the way you want them to be used, not for development of the country. You select people. They say, show me your friends, I'll tell you who you are. Men of like passion. You pick a Senate president, a House of Reps members, appointment to people who will be loyal to you. You know, women can be very stubborn. There are certain women, you tell them, do this in this way, they say, sir, it's not right. We have such women. Like one time minister for education, or what? You can't pick such a woman or Aisha. You can't give those kind of women appointment, and then they will be doing something that is contrary to the growth of the country or the security. They won't do it, and they know these things. They have the educational qualification. Those women, these ones I've mentioned, can stay till 2 o'clock, even till the following morning for meetings. And they have very understanding, but they can't be given this appointment because they can't be bent.
Bent to do what is right or doing what is wrong.
What is right in Nigeria today is corruption. What is right in Nigeria today is it justifiable that they are doing what is right or unjustifiable? Of course, that is what we are crying out. That is why the country is not moving forward.
So what you are saying is that they are, as in you say, they are stubborn. That means it's not stubbornness. It's part of doing what is right.
They are principled.
Exactly. For that language. Yes, you need to apologize to the women.
I am sorry, but they are principled. Yes.
All right. Now, the local government election took place just like 2 weeks ago, after 12 months of 12 months of Supreme Court ruling on autonomy of the local government. All the monies of the local government used to go to the state. One of the presidents that fought for the autonomy of the local government was this president of this administration, that's Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But we see that all that he fought for now is his time to effect that autonomy. Is the biggest sham after the Supreme Court ruling. Look what's happening in Edo. Look all the even the election that they did in Lagos. Look, it was handpicked. No opposition that was there. I mean, look what's happening in Port Harcourt. That's Anambra State. We should have thought that this president would be a sticker to the rule of law. Why is it so?
The most annoying thing is that they were the one that went to Supreme Court to get the judgment.
Yes.
Not that the opposition, they went to Supreme Court to acquire the judgment and they got it. Now they don't want to enforce it. And it's so painful that you don't even need anyone to push it or enforce it. You have the right to transmit this money straight to local government accounts. But they chose not to. That shows you the kind of country we live in, where we don't obey court judgment. You only obey it when it favors them, when it favors their bidding. What stops this administration from obeying this Supreme Court judgment? That local government is an autonomy arm of government, that the money should come straight to them, for them to educate to the local levels. But yet, because they want to retain the governors for the next election, it's not about politics for them. It's not about the next election for them. That's why they refuse to enforce it. See, because most of these local governments, yes, the state governors have a hand in them, but that does not matter. The law stipulates that this money should go to them direct. So why this government not enforcing it? Why are they doing contrary to what was said by the Supreme Court? And what you want ordinary man to believe in justice in Supreme Court in Supreme Court rulings, when you, the first citizen of the country, is not obeying it. So, having said that, it shows the kind of place we are as a country. It shows the kind of country we live in, where people don't obey simple rules. And right there, we're just talking about what happened in this airline. You see, because it cascades down from up to bottom. It don't do A and ask others to do B. No, people see what you do. You talk about governors not obeying judgment. You, as the normal citizen, have you obeyed the simple ones? Have you obeyed it? No. So that is where we are as a country. We don't obey court judgments. Unless it suits us.
But we should have thought that this government that campaigned for autonomy, restructuring, will be the one that will carry out to the letter.
To demonstrate what they've campaigned for. And let me tell you something, in addition to all our discussions here so far, have you seen one of the major reasons why free and fair elections were not even allowed in local councils? Why people selected and elected by a particular party will be the ones that will win election councils? You know why? You didn't campaign. Just like the case of Yahaya Bello and the Ododo of Kogi State. You didn't spend your money. Just like the case of Fubara and the Wike. Somebody picked you. Maybe you're not even the most qualified. You were picked, you were asked to come and represent your people. When you know there are better qualified people, now they use their authority and muzzle these people away and influence INEC to declare you as winner. Will you go and start taking them to court? You are supposed to be giving 100 billion and you are giving only 100 million. Would you know that ordinarily you will not have even gotten 10 million? And nobody wants to know if you develop your council or not. You see, it's because it's the same corruption that have run down the system up to this level. The governors will make sure that people they pick are people that are not even supposed to take over these offices, so that they will not even gang up to demand for their right. Like the local government autonomy. The money that's supposed to come to them, even if it didn't go to them, they will remain grateful for the little allowances they get because they know they were not qualified for that position. If they allow free and fair election, and if we allow electoral system that work, and it is the people that have been voted. If I am voted to be the councillor or the chairman of AMAC or the senator representing FCT for instance, in a neutral party, and what is due for my people, my constituency, is not being given to me, I will challenge it in court. I will voice out. But when the man that is supposed to be there is not the one that is there, me that I don't even have the mind, just like what happened in Rivers, and that what happened in Kogi State, they just come pick me, somebody pay for me and say go and stand, and he did everything, and I just wake up and declare me. You see, this corruption, these things have been planned for, have been thought long before now. And until the people of Nigeria wake up with our PVCs, not saying that our votes have always been like this, they don't know. If we give in to this bullying, because it's bullying I call it, of you waking up as early as 6 o'clock in the morning, you go to polling unit, and for no excuse, flimsy excuse, no INEC staff do not come there. Voting materials did not come. And later in the evening, you hear that somebody has been election, the result has been declared. My friend, wake up and go to the INEC and ask them, how was it declared? I know that our police who are poorly paid will still be told to go and arrest, will still be told to go and bully us. But you see, you don't blame them. Their principle is obey the last order or obey before complain. But you see, the truth is this: the moment they realize that these people are no longer going to be taking this thing the way we've always been doing it, and the people are united, keeping religion and ethnicity aside, having one goal and one interest, the right people in the right offices, things will change. I get where you're going to. I understand the all you just said, that most of these council chairmen and their legislators are being handpicked by the governors. But that does not stop the federal government from doing the right thing, which is disburses money directly to the local council. That's what the Supreme Court says. So do your own bid. And if this money is not being disbursed for whatever, the man that's supposed to be giving the money should cry out. So that the wrong man is there.
Let me tell you guys.
How can you fight or bite the finger that fits you?
Hold on. No, you see, the local government autonomy that was granted, the elections that take place at the local government are not democratically performed, and as a result of that, he that plays the piper dictates the tune. If the local government candidate was handpicked by the governor, right, to contest, and all form of opposition were silenced, right, how can the local government chairman that was handpicked against every other interest
favored
this thing now get it? Now what we are saying is that there must be a way where the elections into the local government council must be by selection by popularity. I mean, what we are saying is that from the states, there must be a democratically chosen candidate for the spot. Until that time, nothing is going to happen.
So what we're talking about on this platform, you've said this severally, that the difference between morality and law.
Yes.
When you say it's minority, Supreme Court has given a judgment.
No, now that we know, you see, that's what we are saying.
They were aware of this thing, so before that judgment came.
Hold on. Now that look at it. The Supreme Court gave a judgment 12 months ago. Lagos State, a front runner, just conducted their local government election after 12 months.
Some did years before that judgment. So these things we're saying didn't just start today. It didn't just start under Trump administration. We've always known that these local government elections are controlled by state governors.
But that's what we're saying. You don't still get what we're saying.
I cannot get what I'm saying.
Hold on. What we are saying is that, as at that time, there were no a Supreme Court judgment on the autonomy of the local government. Now they have gotten the autonomy of the local government and said money should be disbursed directly to the local government. Most of the local government that we have, revenues are being collected by the state from the local government. And there's a local government administration until these things are separated and the governors take their hands off it, which they don't want to take their hands. And the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation has not come and issued a statement, even the one he issued on behalf of Edo State. What happened? It was flaunted.
No, it wasn't flaunted. It wasn't, because that money was still paid to the joint account. If you had paid this directly to the local government account, what will happen? You see, this government has no excuse for doing what they're doing. the money directly to them. Don't pay into the joint account.
What we need here is political will.
We will have to stop it here and send our condolences to Rufai Oluwakemi's family that passed on,
the people of our constituency
that
yes.
and to all the women for. But there's another breaking news. Our sister Margaret Emmason, right, has been released.
Oh, congratulations!
She's been released from the court by the courts in Ogba. Not only has she been released, she's been handed over, but there are a lot of other goodies coming for her, as a result of the embarrassment. But the lady still say my body is still paining me.
Which of the part of is it the dragging here and there? You see, as it stands, all right. I wish the quick intervention of our judiciary, of our police, of the civil society, of the entire Nigerians, the speed at which her matter was being addressed, the same kind of speed were used for people of Benue, Plateau, Kogi, Abuja, Kano, Zamfara, Katsina, the whole Nigerians. People are being killed easily. You see, it's just rather unfortunate. Why must we be having interest in particular issues while the other issues that even have to do with lives are being kept quiet upon? I think it's a good development. Within 24 hours, or let's say 48 hours, a lot of dramas in the aviation industry. The Senate woke up, the Nigerian Bar Association woke up, the same Senate, sleeping Senate, where people will die. Even the senators there will not say anything. I've never had any senator from Benue State talking about the way their people are being killed. So many things like that. Maybe it's a wake-up call. Maybe it's the beginning of a new Nigeria. All right. We hope that these things will move on to other issues of national interest. That have to do with our farmers. That have to do with our roads. That have to do with our governors that will be giving money, monthly allocations, and nothing has been done and nobody say anything. And after they've left office, you allow these people to have embezzled money, empower themselves so much that they can now control the judiciary, control every this thing. And then by the end of the day, you now send the EFCs after them. Then after they invite them. I don't know how you even say you arrest somebody that you send invitation to honor your invitation. You only detained him.
I wonder how a case happened that particular day. Investigation has not been completed. She has been taken to court on that same day and sent to Kirikiri that day. How effective is the justice system or the law enforcement agent in Nigeria? I've never really heard this kind of before. And she was sent to Kirikiri on that day, Peter.
No, Obi said it, and he was clear with this. He said punishment for the lower cadre of society, the unknowns, is always very swift. So you see, it's so swift to get punished. But the elites, the popular figures in the society, they don't get that swift punishment. What she was alleged to have done, now it has come out that it wasn't true. But she has suffered pains, body pain, embarrassment, the family, humiliation. The family has suffered same. So how are we gonna be? What's gonna be the
compensation or
not compensation? How is she gonna take this back? Her body was exposed to the world. Because now, if was to be a known member of society, it wouldn't have happened. They would have treated her differently. The air hostess would have behaved differently. So you should stop having different standards for different people. We are all Nigerians.
All right, talking about standard.
We are all Nigerians.
The federal government has announced plans to engage Fuji star Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, popularly known as Kwam1, as ambassadors for proper airport security protocol after the recent controversy over his conduct at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Let me finish. This was disclosed on Wednesday by the Minister of Aviation. So now one was thrown to jail, went to Kirikiri, not police remand, no, Kirikiri. Then the second one is being announced as an ambassador.
It's being rewarded. It's being rewarded.
An ambassador position. Eli.
Yeah, you know, you show me your friends, I'll tell you who you are. He has just analyzed it, you know, but there's supposed to be what I call equal rights and justice for all. We are all Nigerians. And then when you begin to reward people who should have been law-abiding but decide to take laws into their hands, what are you indirectly saying? You are not telling me that tomorrow if I was driving and one policeman mistakenly waved me down when he's not supposed to, if I think I can slap him, I should come down and slap. Because what he did, it's not as if the airline or so offended him and he politely, you know, demonstrates so much maturity in allowing them abuse his right, you know, and then take it and oh, so this man is so calm, he's so matured, you know, where he's supposed to cause a scene, he didn't cause a scene, he behaved so and they make him an ambassador of peace. No, I think he stood before the plane, he was going to hijack the plane. So if tomorrow you have gun, please borrow me. Let's go to somewhere. If you see Tinubu coming, we'll stop him. By the end of the day, maybe they'll make us ambassador for peace in FCT. But it's rather unfortunate because you are not a friend of APC. My brother, you find yourself. Maybe this girl was in Kirikiri. Which one is the worst prison in Nigeria? Maybe the one in Borno.
Okay, all right. Now, Keyama also told us that the NCAA has also reduced a no-flight ban to 1 month. He said the NCAA is to reduce its flight ban to 1 month period. FAM will also work with the music star with a view to engage him as an ambassador. Then he also said having publicly demonstrated penance. The other girl was not allowed to demonstrate penance, you know. So all the criminal complaints against Kwamwan, Ella lodged with the police, the statement read, have all been withdrawn.
It's a shame kind of country we live in. It's a shame when you reward impunity with appointments. Okay, see what he did when he didn't have this appointment. What do you think he would do today when he had this power, this appointment? See, we don't encourage people behaving unruly. That's why you're encouraging this. So it means I need to do something stupid to get noticed, to get rewarded. That's what it means. And like he said now, maybe probably we should go and block Wike's office. We should block his office so that we'll get rewarded. This is a man that should be in cricket, not this lady. But they're still rewarding him.
We're talking of these two persons. Where is Oshomole, your uncle?
No. We're getting there. But the issue still remains that this double standard thing, it is becoming irritating. These two people committed virtually the same offense. One ended up in cricket. One was treated with a glove slap on the ribs. On the same offense, even the one slapped on the ribs, his offense was even more grievous than the lady.
Coming the same offense.
No, just airline offense, but his was much grievous. But what did he get in return? An appointment. He never saw cricket one day. He was not arrested. He was not harassed. The airport of security did not drag him up. Did not drag him. But same lady, because they felt that she's nobody, because her face does not resonate with them. They couldn't attach any office appointment to the face. If it was a minister or somebody or a recognized a member of society, they would have done that. Same Ibom Air, a woman stopped that flight from taking off. She was not arrested. She was not held. Nothing will happen. Instead, this airport security escorted her. Other persons that were angry. They want to confront her. They gave her guard of honor.
Coverage.
No, guard of honor.
All right. But there's some things coming Margaret's way that are a little bit beautiful. He said, Crown Lake offers to give Miss Comfort Emmason a 6 months ambassadorial deal. According to the creative director of the fashion house, Balogun Olamilekon, Miss Comfort will model their new designs and will be part of the celebrities to represent the company in every fashion and entertainment event during the 6 months of the deal. I mean, some things coming out for Comfort Emmason. Whichever way, we call on our country to make sure the rule of law takes course, not to subvert justice and deal with some with another severity. And that's what we want for Nigeria. Both Emmason and Kwam1, which has been tagged Kwam1 and Kwam2, the cases are already being squashed. One is getting federal government recognition, ban reduced to 1 month. The other one is getting a celebrity status. Well, story for two folks. Thank you for joining us. It's been last light on News Insight.